Good afternoon, Ravens, and welcome to ONW Now. I'm Rosie Boswell alongside Jacob Kaufman.
This week, we'll highlight our ONW cheer team's triumph at Nationals.
We talked to Ms. Powers about the Student Professional Day on February 20th.
In the second episode of Mystery Matchmaking with Natalie Meyer.
Let's get started.
Last weekend, our Raven cheerleaders headed to Dallas, Texas to compete in Nationals. The girls have been preparing the performance and game day routines since July of last year. The girls bounced back after getting 6th overall last year by winning a second place title.
It feels really good just because last year we all felt like we worked really hard and then we just had like a bad day too, and that sort of messed everything up. But this year it's like working really hard, putting in the time really paid off, because both days coming off the mat we just felt so good, and we were, no matter what place we got, we knew that we'd killed it anyway, but just getting second sort of like validated that we did a great job.
With continuous practice, the girls were able to gain the confidence they needed to bring home the title without letting nerves get the best of them.
Well, we just had to stay like positive and know that like what we do in class every day is what we have to do out there on the mat.
2 weeks ago, our very own Senora Winkler was recognized in the Keisha Journal for her 15 years of leadership with Raven Service Club.
I'm not a sponsor because I want to be recognized. I think that I love coming alongside students, and this year, you know, following their passions and what specifically do they want to do as far as the service goes. This award isn't just about my recognition, it's about everyone who comes alongside people who need it and want to give back.
Congrats to Senora Winkler and Raven Service Club for their statewide recognition.
In 3 weeks, on February 20th, our school is holding a Student Professional Day. Ms. Powers, the sponsor, explains how the day will run.
So Student PD Day is really about students being able to get a little bit of choice and a little bit of a voice about what they get to learn that day. So about 500 students that day have chosen to take the ACT. That's something new that we have this year thanks to the Kansas legislature. So that means like the other 1,500 that morning, they're going to be going to 4 different sessions, and the sessions are based on things that the students ask for in a survey that we took first semester during an advisory. So we took what students want to learn, we looked at what teachers could teach them with those strengths, and pulled in a few guest speakers. So I'm really excited for students to be able to pick their sessions today.
Through this Professional Development Day, both students and staff have a great opportunity to explore different sessions throughout the day.
Starting today, Raven Service Club is coming alongside the Leukemia and Lymphomia Society to host a Pennies for Patients drive. Each classroom has a LLS box, and the 4th hour classroom with the most money raised by February 15th will win Daylight Donuts. Our SC will be competing with Olathe North the same night at the home basketball games as a part of the 2nd annual Spirit Stick competition. The team with the most money raised that night will be awarded with the Spirit Stick. All money raised goes directly to blood cancer research. Let's make a difference, Ravens.
Next in our show, we have a new segment called Taste Test. Let's take it to Rosie Boswell, Rachel Hyde, and Tressa McKiff for their tasty treat.
Hey Ravens! This is our new segment, Taste Test, where we're going to try the vegan versions of things, the gluten-free version, and then the normal version. So first we have our Go Veggie cheese. Apparently it is made from cashews, as it has no dairy.
It smells really bad, but like...
What is it?
It kind of tastes like those things where you like, you know, you dip the like pretzel or something into the cheese that comes with the thing. You know, it kind of tastes like that cheese. Just lick it. That's so gross.
Look at it. It's just so flimsy. So now we have normal mild cheddar cheese to compare the Go Veggie cheddar cheese.
It's a lot thicker.
Yeah.
It's not like This is just like it's definitely better than that cheese. I don't know what was going on with that cheese, but it was not okay. Like it's not. Look, it's ice.
This one's just fine. Never mind. What do you rate the Go Veggie vegan cheese?
1.7 out of 10. I mean, it was cheese, so I'm gonna give it like a 5.
Okay. What do you rate the mild cheddar?
10. 7. That's not gonna.
Now let's send it over to Jake Hurl with the latest on winter sports.
What's up on this fabulous Thursday, Ravens? I hope you're all having a fantastic week and thoroughly enjoyed your snow day yesterday. We're back to business today, so fasten your seatbelts and prepare for a ride. The Raven Bowlers have been rolling this year, crushing the competition. Monday, the boys and girls were both first-place champions. Gage Hunsaker placed first for the boys, and then yesterday at Mission Bowl, both the girls and the boys varsity teams finished first, with Spencer Griffin placing first with the 7-11 series and high game of 275, with Cameron Kotwitz finishing in close seconds. On the girls' side, Malia Smotherman finished in the top spot. The next meet for the Bowlers is Friday, February 1st. Shout out to Spencer, who threw a high game of 275. The men's basketball team traveled to Shawnee Mission South on Tuesday to battle it out with the Raiders. They spent a majority of the game trailing the Raiders and seemed to have a glimmer of hope in the fourth quarter. However, they still lost 55-38. The boys' next game is against Olathe East this Friday. Make sure to travel at enemy territory to witness the ultimate smackdown. The Lady Ravens traveled to Newton, Kansas last weekend to play the 43rd annual Newton Invitational. The girls rolled through the first round, beating Cape and Mount Carmel 59-36, shutting down their big scores down and moving the ball around on defense. Then they conquered Bishop Carroll 57-50, playing the great team defense to put the Ravens in the championship. Unfortunately, the Ravens lost in the championship to Bishop Miege 60-40, taking home second place. The girls play this Friday at Olathe East at 5:30. The men's wrestling team forged the freezing temperatures last night in order to beat the Hawks and Owls. Even after overcoming a broken down bus, the Ravens were still able to ruin Olathe East senior night and destroy Olathe West. The Ravens finished with numerous pins and beat both teams by double digits. The next meet is Saturday, February 9th at Lawrence High. Last week, your ONW swimmers prepared for their upcoming meets by articulating in Drag Week. Ashton Dane and Katie Hughes have more on the story.
Recently, your ONW swimmers participated in Drag Week in preparation for their competitive future meets. We asked Ashton Weaver for more information on what Drag Week is.
So for Drag Week, we wear shirts and shoes in the water, which causes more resistance while we're swimming. We do Drag Week so we can get stronger for our upcoming meets like Sunflower League and State.
Now knowing that Drag Week is all strength training in the pool, we asked what effect it had on Ashton and other swimmers' times.
After Drag Week, most everybody drops a lot of time after Drag Week or makes their state cuts.
From being an experienced swimmer, Ashton and the rest of the swimming team have seen improvements from the specific strength training week.
Drag Week just gives us more resistance in the water and makes us stronger overall.
For Game Day Northwest, this has been Katie Hughes and Ashton Dane.
That's all for me today, Ravens. Hope you enjoy the last 50 minutes of your week. Thanks for tuning in today. I'll catch you all next time.
Now it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Mystery Matchmaking. This is the second to last episode, and in 2 weeks on Valentine's Day, we'll find out who Natalie chooses. On today's episode, Natalie narrows it down to 2 contestants.
Hey Ravens, welcome back to your new favorite segment, Mystery Matchmaking. I'm Anna Marie Struck, and this is Pixie Lou.
And I'm Nina Rice. In the last episode, we had 10 mystery guys fighting for Natalie's heart, and 5 guys were eliminated.
For this week's episode, we had the last 5 remaining mystery men sit down and answer some personal questions from Natalie.
But again, the viewer or Natalie does not know who any of the guys are, so we separated them with a wall. While the guys answered the questions, Natalie took some notes on each of the guys.
Okay, what is your favorite cheesy pickup line?
We're not socks, but I think we'd make a great pair.
What would you do with $1 million?
Buy a house in the mountains and a beach house.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Cape Town, South Africa.
Okay, what are your 3 wishes?
You, and you.
Okay, what is your favorite cheesy pickup line?
There's only one thing I want to change about you, and that's your last name.
What would you do with $1 million?
Spend it all on you.
What are your 3 wishes?
I don't have 3. I have 1, and that's you.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Your heart.
What is your favorite cheesy pickup line?
A face without freckles is like a night sky without stars.
What would you do with $1 million?
I would buy a private island and take you with me.
Okay, what are your 3 wishes?
My first wish is 2. Second wish is married. Third wish is not.
Okay, what is your favorite cheesy pickup line?
If you're a transformer, you'd be Optimus Prime.
What would you do with $1 million?
I'd buy a boat to help the kids in need.
To help the kids in need. Okay. What are your 3 wishes?
To have a house, food, and end world hunger.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Russia.
Okay, what is your favorite cheesy pickup line?
What's wrong with your phone? Because it doesn't have my number in it.
Okay, what would you do with $1 million?
Give it to Bill Gates.
Okay, what are your 3 wishes?
Tame a lion, have everyday Christmas, and just a nice glass of water.
Okay, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Kansas City.
After hearing all the responses from the boys, Natalie thought about which 2 boys would move on to the last round.
Let's see who Natalie decided to eliminate.
Okay, I really liked Lovey Cutie Pie's cheesy pickup line. A face without freckles is like a night sky without stars. Oh my god. Spend it on a boat. Why would you give it to Bill Gates? I don't get it. Okay, I think I have the top 2. Flirty Cuddlebug and Lovey Cutie Pie. Their answers were just kind of basic and they weren't as good as Lovey Cutie Pie and Flirty Cuddlebug. All of Flirty Cuddlebug and Lovey Cutie Pie's answers were about me, so. So this week I'm gonna eliminate Dreamy Baby Cakes, Charming Eye Candy, and Loving Heartbreaker. Sorry to the 3 boys that got eliminated, but Lovey Cutie Pie and Flirty Cuddlebug just really stepped their game up this week.
Congrats to Flirty Cuddlebug and Lovey Cutie Pie. You 2 will be moving on to the final round.
The final episode of Mystery Matchmaking will be aired in 2 weeks on Valentine's Day, where Natalie will have to decide between the last 2 mystery men. Can't wait to see who Natalie will end up with.
Thanks for watching, Ravens. We'll see you on Valentine's Day.
That's it for us this week, Ravens. Make sure to follow us on our Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at ONW Raven Daily. Also, check out our brand new website, theravendaily.com, for all your school news.
And before we go, we are going to take a second to reveal this year's prom theme. Drumroll, please. It's Caribbean Escape, a vintage night in a tropical paradise.
Can't wait for a spicy night. That's all for us, Ravens. For Rosie Boswell and Landon Daniel, this has been Jacob Kaufman, and we'll see you next week.